Good morning. Today I'm going to make one of my kids' favorite breakfasts, and it's whole wheat biscuits. But I'm not using whole wheat, I'm going to use regular flour because that's all I have. But this comes from the Happy Herbivore Light and Lean, one of my favorite cookbooks out of all of her cookbooks. And it's called the whole wheat drop biscuits. And I'll zoom in here and then you can pause it and see the recipe. But it's super simple. Whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, salt, unsweetened applesauce, 1/4 cup, and a 1/4 cup non-dairy milk. Now here I wrote triple because the kids would eat so many of them, but now I basically quadruple the recipe. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. And I'll show you how it's done. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need flour, of course your applesauce, baking powder, and salt. And then I've got my almond milk. So I'm going to do 4 cups of flour. And then you want to put a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to put 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And then I'm going to mix it together. These are all the dry ingredients. Just mix it with my whisk. Now while you're doing this, you can preheat your oven to 425. Now I'm going to put my applesauce in. And this spoon is a 1/4 cup. So if you don't have a big spoon like me, then measure it out. So I put it in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where it's going to get a little messy. And I like to use my hands. And I mix it in really well. The applesauce with the flour. Okay, so I mixed it all, the applesauce in, and the applesauce basically replaces the butter that you would normally use if you were using animal products. So here we're going to do the milk now. So 1/4 cup of milk, almond milk that I'm using, and I make my own almond milk, and I'll put a link to the video if you want more. Now sometimes you may need to add a little bit more milk, but you don't want it to be like a pancake batter. You want it to be really thick, and I'll show you what it's gonna look like. See, like now I'm gonna need to add maybe 1 more 1/4 cup into this because it's a little too thick. So you can see. So I'm just gonna add maybe that much. Okay, so this is what you want it to look like. Just like this. I have added, sometimes I'll add too much milk, almond milk, and it'll be too soupy, but it tastes delicious. But this is what you want it to look like. And now we're gonna put it on our lined baking dish. And we like them big. So you just kind of drop them in there, just like what they're called, drops. Okay, so now I'm going to place them in my oven that's preheated to 425. And because these are bigger, I'm going to bake them for about 13 minutes. But if you're making smaller ones, then it's between 7 and 10 minutes. Okay, let's check them out. Oh yeah. Look at those beauties. These are beautiful. So I let them cool for about a couple minutes, and then I will show you how the kids eat them. Okay, so they've cooled for about 5 minutes, and this is what they look like. Beautiful. I'm gonna break it open. Look at that. That is just beautiful. They taste delicious.